If you're experiencing a burning, aching, or sharp pain across the top of your hand, then you're in the right place. As a chiropractor for over 20 years, performing over 100,000 adjustments, I've seen this time and time again. Fortunately for you, this is an easy fix. And in 3 simple steps, I'm going to show you how you're going to get rid of pain on the top of your hand. So why does the top of your hand hurt? Well, when you're normally experiencing pain through here, it's going to be because you have what are called the metacarpals, which are a bone that goes from about here to right through here. And they have little muscles in between. And not only that, but you have muscles that actually go from here to the top of your forearm, and it goes down here to the end of your fingers, and it allows you to do this. So what happens is you're actually dealing with a lot of times some aching or some inflammation in this area. And that can be from either typing too much throughout the day, or if your job requires a lot of gripping and pulling, that can cause some issues as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually work on trying to get the inflammation that's built up in there by doing some icing and a little bit of massage. But when we ice, we're going to do it a little bit differently rather than just put the ice in a plastic bag, wrap it with a damn towel and set it there. So this is how we're going to do it. To ice this way, what we're actually going to do is going to take like an ice pack, just like this. Or if you put, a little bit of ice in a plastic bag, if you don't have an ice pack. And what I do is I take this and I kind of rub my hands back and forth just like this. Then I take and I rub it back and forth just right through here. Now, does your hand get cold? It does. A little bit of that burning sensation? Yeah, but you're moving your hands back and forth because a lot of times it's not just one hand that hurts, it's both hands. But if it is just one, well, you can focus on that hand. But as we're working back and forth, just like this, going back and forth like that, you're actually getting the cold sensation on there, and it helps to reduce the inflammation. But you're only going to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's going to help to reduce the inflammation, but it's not going to give you so much of the burning sensation that you can't hold the ice pack anymore. But if you're having trouble holding the ice pack, get a damp towel, put it on top, and just use it to rub it back and forth. Now, if you're doing this and you find yourself that, it doesn't last, you need to just kind of let it rest in your hand, that's completely fine too. But you're going to want to do this probably 2 or 3 times throughout the day, especially if you find yourself really typing a lot and it just keeps coming back over and over again. But if you find yourself having trouble icing throughout the day, it's okay if you can only do it once or twice a day. Again, doing it for 5 minutes, rubbing it back and forth. Take that damp towel, put it on there, because that damp towel does help you penetrate the cold better into your hand, but it can prevent the burning sensation you get when you're holding an ice pack for longer than a couple minutes. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to actually massage the hand. So you're going to take your hand just like this, and what you're going to do is you're going to kind of start with your thumb, and you're going to kind of come on the outside first, just like this, and you're going to go just like that, working those little muscles that are all through here. You actually have a bunch of muscles, not only on top of the bones, but in between the bones as well, that are all meant to help you grip better and get better handholds on things. The problem is that if your hands are typing too much, they can get irritated. So as we're working the muscle just like this, we're coming like this through here, then we start and we find the bone part, and then we go in between the bones. And you want to try and keep your thumb working in through that area, and you're going to be pushing up just like that. So going here, just pushing up, just like that. Going through all the way through. And then when you get over here to this area in between the thumb and your pointer finger, you're going to kind of take your finger and your thumb just like this, and you're going to kind of work in circles in that area. Okay, there's 2 big muscles here that actually do a lot to help your thumb grip, and those tend to get sore as well. So you work this area just like this, and then you're going to come to the pad right here of your thumb, and you're going to work that going up just as well. And as you do that, you'll start to feel a little bit of relief through there. Now, the other thing is you also want to get the top part of your hand. So you want to come here and going just like that, all the way through, working both areas. As this happens, you're going to feel some relief in your hands. Now, if you have a very hairy like hand, kind of like I do, then you are going to want to kind of like trim it or shave it, so you're not just pulling all the hair out. But it also helps, if you have someone who can do it for you, that feels pretty good as well. But if not, you're just going to take your thumb, work it back and forth just like that. Then coming here to the top, you're going to come down to the side, just right here, going down just like that. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to do a little stretch. So you can take your hand, you bring it down just like this, and you can actually take your other hand, kind of like this here, and you can stretch back just like that, and you can kind of come forward just right there. So you go back and then forward, back, and forward. Doing that about 10 to 15 times. And that'll help to stretch those muscles that are in here in your hand. But the other thing you want to stretch too is the top of your forearm by taking your hand just like this right here to stretch these muscles here, and then coming back and stretching this right here. Because a lot of these muscles will attach down, but they also have fascia connecting to the hand that will pull on those areas. You know, a lot of our aches and pains can be relieved simply by stretching our muscles every day. If you want a free at-home stretch guide that takes about 10 minutes, click on the link in the description below. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some exercises to kind of get the hands moving a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands, you're going to extend them out and then close them. Extend them out, close them. Extend out, close them. Out, close them. You'll do that for 3 sets and do each one about 10 to 15 times. So going like this is fine if you want to make it quick, but I like to go with intention and kind of just take my hands out, hold them out, spread them real far, and then bring them back. Spread them real far, bring them back. Spread them real far, bring back. That helps to work the muscles all throughout your hand. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a rubber band just like this, and we're going to actually take our muscles and we're going to just extend out just like this, just right there. And then you go to the next finger, you go up just like that. And then to the next finger, up like that. And then to the next finger, just right there. And you'll do this once or twice a day, just with a rubber band. If you have a longer rubber band, then I obviously suggest getting a shorter one. The longer it is, the harder it is to do the exercise. But the easier, if it's too hard to do on the end of the fingers right here, then what you're going to want to do is put it more right here or more in the middle and just extend out like that. What we're doing is by extending that hand like that and working that hand back, that helps to work the muscles and strengthen them. And that helps to relieve and push some of the inflammation out of that area as well. Now, if you have top of hand pain, another thing that helps can be to actually get like a little stress ball like we have here that I've got covered with my rubber bands. And what you actually do is you squeeze and then go back, and then squeeze and then go back, squeeze, go back. This will help to move the muscles, and actually you might get a little pop or two in between the joints just because things will line up and the muscles are pulling things back into alignment, which is great because then your hands are going to feel more relief and you're going to feel less stress in your hands, and they'll feel a little bit lighter as well. For this exercise, you're going to want to do it about 10 to 15 times for about 3 sets. If your hands feel tired afterwards, that's normal. Until you start building up the strength in your hands a little bit more, then things will get a little bit better. However, if any of these exercises you feel are flaring up your arthritis, then I would stop them. But if they're not, then keep going. For more exercises and tips to feel your best every day, click on that subscribe button. And if you'd like to set up a free consultation with Triple Crown Chiropractic, click on the link in the description below. I'm Dr. Erik, aka Dr. Chiro, and I'll talk to you soon.